What's up guys? Today I'm going to be giving you an up-close look at the Kraken FX from ColorKey Lighting. This is a very unique centerpiece effect light with dual LED zones, beams, a center strobe strip, and a whole lot more. Let's get into it. Welcome everybody, this is the Phase Reviews YouTube channel. My name is Jordan. I've been a DJ over 15 years. If this is your first time joining me, thanks for being here. If you're a subscriber, welcome back once again. In this video of the Kraken FX, I'm gonna dive into the specs, the features, the build quality, what I think are the important things to know about this light, give you a demo of it in action, of course, with some haze and some fog, some atmosphere, and then let you know whether or not I think it's worth adding to your collection. We're gonna dive right into it, but before we do so, make sure that you subscribe and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any more content coming in the future, and like the video if you enjoy what you see, and leave a comment down below. Let's get into it. So the Kraken FX is a centerpiece light, as I mentioned at the beginning. This is a very eye-catching effect. It's very unique. It can be overpowering if you use it too much. And so it's something that when used appropriately, a little dash here, a little dash there, can be very much able to create a wow factor, I guess is the best way to say it. When you first turn this light on, you're like, oh my gosh, like what am I looking at? So if you can do that during your gig at precisely timed moments, you're gonna be really good to go. Now the Kraken FX is pretty hefty for its size and its price. Pretty much mostly metal build design, especially here in the base and on the yoke. There's some plastic up here at the top, especially these two halves, because this light in essence is two zones. We've got 10 watt RGBW LEDs inside, so 70 watts of power, no joke. We've got, let's see, 6 lenses per side, so 12 beams total. These have individual color zones, and then in the middle we've got a strobe strip here, which I don't have the wattage on, but they are eye-blindingly bright. The light comes in at just under 12 pounds, so it's not a lightweight fixture by any means, and you do get a few things in the box that I think you should know about. You get the light, you get your user manual, of course, you get an IEC power cable, you do get a mounting bracket with hardware. They include a small DMX cable, which is pretty cool. You don't see that all the time. And then you do get a safety cable for hanging this from some trussing so you don't have it fall on anyone's head if your trussing mount fails. That is what comes in the package. I've already mentioned a few of the specs. It does have your basic modes that you see with most lights. You get your DMX, you get your auto, you get your sound active, and you get your master slave mode if you want to link some of these together. And I think that's where this thing excels, either as a solo piece right in the middle of a long piece of trussing, or maybe a pair of them, again, that come on at the right times. Now I'm gonna zoom in. We've got a standard display right here where you can access all of your settings. So I'm gonna show you that up close and walk you through what you can adjust. Now I've zoomed the camera in so that you can see the 4-digit display and the 4 buttons we've got right here: menu, up, down, and enter. Now the light's gonna go a little bit crazy. We're in sound active. You'll get to see it zoomed out soon enough. Ignore the gaff tape up here and down here. That's just to cover up serial numbers. By hitting the menu button, we can see our different menus. So we've got our address here where we can set our DMX address to whatever we need if you're integrating it into your light show. Hitting menu again takes you to your channel mode selection. We've got a 6 and a 10. So 6 is going to give you a lot of macros, 10 is going to give you more control over pan and tilt and all that goodness. Cycling up again, we've got our slave mode, so we can set this as the master or as the slave. Hitting enter again, we have got our auto modes. Oh, sorry, I kind of zoomed past it there. Let's go back to auto modes. Hitting enter allows you to change your speed. There are 9 different speed settings, so 9 is crazy fast right here, and then 1 is going to be your slowest. Now, it's worth noting that the 1 setting only adjusts the speed of the pan and the tilt motor, not of all the LEDs and the strobes. So it's not very effective in calming down the energy of this light, unfortunately. Now, going farther, we've got our sound. We already talked about that. Our sensitivity, where you can adjust. Mine's on the lowest, but because I'm clicking buttons, it's still freaking out. We've got our LED right here, where you can turn the LED on or off. Ooh. We've got our display, which we can invert by going right here. There we go, which I've just done now, and so now it's upside down. Our version tells us what version of firmware we have in here, and then we can do a reset to reprogram our pan and tilt motors. And now we're back to our DMX address. Now that you've seen the menu and the buttons and know how to navigate the light a little, let me overlay some video of this in action so you can see how it looks. Now, like I mentioned in the beginning, you turn this thing on and it just hits you in the face. The strobe strip in the middle is eye-blindingly bright. So if you don't have strobes in your light show, this could do dual duty. If you have DMX programming, you can pop just the strobe strip on. It would be a really nice accent to a big drop in a EDM piece or just a hype moment when people are singing along to a song. The beams themselves look excellent. The lenses are great. They're very sharp. If you have fog or haze, I should say, that's gonna make this light excel. The beams themselves look nice. If it's spinning really fast, it does fill the room with color, but when you have the atmospheres, you can see those really sharp beams. It really adds to the wow factor. Now, we have a couple auto and sound modes. They're not too exciting. With these spin and puke lights, I do like to see a couple available automatic programs, one that's faster, a medium, and maybe a slow, because it can be really in your face if it's just on constantly. It has a lot of wow factor when you use it from time to time. So if you're gonna put this standalone in a light show, you've gotta find a way to slow it down so you can get a nice movement, smooth movement of the beams around the room. Again, using that strobe light via DMX when needed to add the extra pop. Overall though, the effect is really, really cool. The fact that you could have dual colors coming out of the different sides of the light looks really nice. And I imagine if you had two of these on a truss, one inverted from the other so that their inner and their outer is matched, it would look really, really great. Overall, I think this is an awesome light. If this is the kind of little extra pizzazz you're looking for your light show, it's fairly easy to integrate, fairly compact. You could throw it on a truss with your other lights, no sweat. Of course, this is gonna do great as well in a bar, a club, a bowling alley, like as a permanent install to kind of augment the house light show. It would do great for that as well. So if you wanna read more about it, I'll include a link down below. You can go check it out there. A huge shout out to iDJ Now for helping facilitate this video and to ColorKey for having these awesome products. Thank you all so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and I will see you next time.